The thing with Gen Z is that they hate going out of the comfort zone. They want to, but they hate doing it.
Josh Bardsley, Avalanche is his company. He does amazing things.
In reality, it's just making sure that you give someone what they need. You're no longer a hunter, you're a relationship manager, you're a farmer.
How he manages and recruits and retains a young audience, phenomenal stuff.
Just helping them buy in and making them feel like they're making an impact is really key to them. And if you do that, they don't just stay, they get the work done.
I want to look, though, at something that you've become amazing at, and that is, how do you recruit millennials and Gen Z? I guess you got to add Gen Z into the equation these days.
One of the biggest things for me is it's only a small amount of them really care about money. It's more about what you can offer them in terms of flexibility. That age group they want to know okay, can I work from home? They want to know what benefits they get. They want the community aspect of the business. They want the socials. And I think the biggest thing is if you just run a company where everyone is there and just doing it and going home, you're going to lose people. They want to feel like they're in a friendship circle. I think just having it being consistent is the key thing. And, celebrating wins, we always do win of the weeks and bringing people in. We make sure that they're pushing out their comfort zones. The thing with Gen Z is that they hate going out of the comfort zone. They want to, but they hate doing it. And if you manage them in a way that is old school management, which is can you do this? Can you do this? And I need this done by X, Y, Z time. They do not respond well to that whatsoever. It's more hey, what do you think about this? Get their opinion, get them to buy into the solution as their solution as well. And then it gets done. It's it's their project. They like to feel like they got ownership of stuff.
So what else do we got to do to manage and lead the millennials and the Gen Z?
The best thing that we do, and the best thing that I've done with this whole, keeping them, maintaining them, making them happy is in team meetings, everyone pitches in and it's everyone's ideas valued no matter what level they're in the company. And there's votes. If you have a project on, let's change this process or let's have this new strategy, everyone in that team will make a decision as a team and they vote in and it's that kind of buy-in. And that could be anything. That could be, what color are we going to make this week's ad? Or if something simple, it could be anything. Just helping them buy in and making them feel like they're making an impact is really key to them. And if you do that, they don't just stay, they get the work done.
Yeah. How do we succeed at marketing overall? Then we'll get into some specifics.
Marketing is nowadays, you're buying a lifetime relationship. Most brands nowadays, even if it's B2B or B2C, the level of opportunity for loyalty with customers has never been higher. People have major loyalty to brands, even, small things. And marketing is very simple. If you just, instead of going out and selling and saying, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? You say, let's have a conversation. You make an offer that, is really something that they need right now. You get to have a lot of conversations and you get to build a lot of relationships. So it's kind of like a switch in what is marketing success. It's basically you're no longer a hunter, you're a relationship manager, you're a farmer. If you can do that, make that switch, you'll be successful in any business.
So what triggers someone to raise their hand, as you call it?
The raise your hand is just simply, you've offered something that they want. First figure out what kind of needs they have. So if we look at B2C, typically there's two things that everyone will walk around having. It's emotion and aspirational need. Everyone is emotional and everyone is aspirational. In B2B, everyone's got ego and everyone wants exposure. So you're leaning on these exposures and leaning on these emotions and leaning on these different aspirational pieces to generate conversation. In reality, it's just making sure that you give someone what they need.
Let's talk about scaling up. Some of your early businesses you built, just normal sized businesses. Now you're into the scale thing. What changed in your thinking?
Nothing changed my thinking. I always wanted to be big, right? But I've got this thing of paying my dues. I think I should pay my dues and I should learn how to build X business before I, try and grab somebody to come help me do it. And I think I may have got bogged down in the learning a little bit too long. I think that I could have grown faster, quicker, and that's something that I'm learning now is that actually the blitz scaling idea, it doesn't need to be perfect. Now my mindset is, okay, we go as big as we can, as fast as we can. And if things break along the way, that's fine. As long as we keep the quality high and keep our customers happy. That's the key thing.
Let's focus in on that. If things break, it's going to be fine type thing. I think a lot of people get panicked about that. Did you have to shift your mindset? What happened to make that your reality?
I had to break a lot of stuff.
and what? And realize you didn't die from it, or what's the
Yeah,
theory?
it comes back down to the crisis thing. I think just over years of being punished over and over again, you kind of learn that actually all my good stuff comes out of failure and crisis and things breaking. So I'm not afraid of it. I don't like it, but I'm not afraid of it. And I know that actually in order to scale, I need to break things. So I need to break my capital raise. I need to break my marketing. I need to break these things constantly. And I need to screw up. And if I do that, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to come out of my pod with a great idea to fix it. And honestly, when I talk to anyone about scale, like yourself and Terry and everyone, it's if you settle for $1 million, then you'll be at 700 for a long time. You want to build $1 million company, it's you're stuck at $700,000-$800,000. If you set your intentions and you set your focus, say, actually, do you know what? I'm going to build $100 million company. And in the case of our conversation a year ago was $5 million. What are you doing? $1 billion. Let's work on $1 billion. And if we hit 600 million, damn. So it's just a mindset shift.
Yeah. So when you talk to people, because when you have conversations and you show people $1 billion business plan, does it scare them, excite them? What's your reality around showing that and sharing that with people?
I've been burnt a lot with this. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the key learnings for me in the last few years is pick the people that you share your vision with correctly. And because I used to share everything with everyone, in the company, especially, and in businesses, and some people just wouldn't get it, and it would do more harm than good. And I would always, I have my team now, they're like, Josh, different group. So it's like, I think, if you need to have people around you that are going to love the idea of $1 billion company, and if you've not got that around, you need to find it, because if you don't, you ain't going to get there. You need someone that's going to help you, support you.
And that's the Big Success Podcast for today. Hopefully you took a lot of notes, learned a whole bunch, and if you need to, go re-listen to it. We dropped a lot of information right there today. Big success is what it's all about. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you're here with us every single week on the Big Success Podcast. I'm Brad Sugars. That's BS. Big success is what we're shooting for. Check the show notes for all the links. Make sure you follow through. Keep learning. Keep coming back. Oh, and by the way, share this with any of your friends who you know are up for success. I'll see you next week on the Big Success Podcast.
You've been listening to the Big Success Podcast with the #1 business coach in the world, Brad Sugars. To learn more about how to achieve business and personal success, as well as how to level up or listen to past episodes, visit www.bradsugars.com.